Psalm 139 is a profound meditation on the omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence of God, as well as His intimate knowledge and care for each individual. The psalmist begins by acknowledging that God has searched him and known him, recognizing that God is intimately acquainted with all his ways and thoughts. This acknowledgement underscores God's omniscience and His deep knowledge of every aspect of the psalmist's life. In the midst of this reflection, the psalmist marvels at God's omnipresence, affirming that there is nowhere he can go to escape from God's Spirit or flee from His presence. The psalmist acknowledges that even if he were to ascend to the heavens or make his bed in the depths, God would be there with him. This affirmation highlights God's omnipresence and His intimate involvement in every aspect of the psalmist's life. The psalmist then reflects on God's creative power and His role as the giver of life. He acknowledges that God formed him in his mother's womb, intricately knitting him together with care and attention. The psalmist marvels at God's wonderful works, declaring that He is fearfully and wonderfully made. This reflection underscores God's omnipotence and His sovereignty over the creation of every individual. The psalm concludes with a prayer for God's continued guidance and protection. The psalmist invites God to search him and know his heart, testing his thoughts and leading him in the way of everlasting life. He expresses his desire for God to rid him of any wickedness or offensive way, inviting Him to guide him in the path of righteousness and peace. Psalm 139 serves as a profound meditation on the nature of God and His intimate knowledge and care for each individual, as well as a prayer for His continued guidance and protection in the journey of life. Let's now read Psalms chapter 139. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. O Lord, Thou hast searched me, and known me. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising, Thou understandest my thought afar off. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but, lo, O Lord, Thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid Thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, it is high, I cannot attain unto it. Whither shall I go from Thy Spirit? Or whither shall I flee from Thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, Thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, Thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall Thy hand lead me, and Thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from Thee, but the night shineth as the day, the darkness and the light are both alike to Thee. For Thou hast possessed my reins, Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise Thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made, marvelous are Thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. My substance was not hid from Thee, when I was made in secret, and curiously wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in Thy book all my members were written, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. How precious also are Thy thoughts unto me, O God! How great is the sum of them! If I should count them, they are more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with Thee. Surely Thou wilt slay the wicked, O God, depart from me therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against Thee wickedly, and Thine enemies take Thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate Thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against Thee? I hate them with perfect hatred, I count them mine enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart, try me, and know my thoughts. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. This ends our reading of Psalms chapter 139.